Today I'm going to share with you how to use Benjamin Moore Classic Gray in your living room. As your room decor color expert, I'm going to break this color down for you, and I'm going to give you some valuable tips on how to pair this paint color with your interior decor and the fixed elements that you may have in your living room. So let's go. Classic gray has been around a long time, and the gray trend is still alive, but the shift to the whites, the grays, the beige, the blacks, and the dark colors are the trends of the future. However, this is a beautiful paint color. It is a great neutral, but at the end of the day, it's a gray. So I'm going to break down this color for you. I'm going to show you how it's going to work in your living room, assuming you have the right undertones to pull it off. So let's take a closer look at Classic Gray and let's talk about the color. Right here is Classic Gray by Benjamin Moore, and I want you to take a quick look at this picture over here. I want you to get a close-up view of what this paint color looks like. Now, I'm going to break this paint color down for you. Watch this. When I compare it with Edgecombe Gray by Benjamin Moore, look what just happened. There's a little bit of a green undertone, but when I compare it with Collingwood by Benjamin Moore, look what just happened. There's a little bit of a violet undertone. And there's another thing that I want you to know. I want you to take all those beautiful pictures that you see of Classic Gray online with a grain of salt, because chances are many of those pictures have been photoshopped, or they have been professionally designed by a color consultant or an interior designer. So keep that in mind. A quick tip about this paint color: have you ever wondered what Classic Gray looks like at night? Well, go on Google, type in Classic Gray at night, and guess what happens? You won't find one picture of Classic Gray at night. So let me tell you, I have worked with almost every gray, whether it's Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore, and I can personally tell you, all grays get dark at night. All grays get dark when you have shadows. All grays look dark if you don't have a lot of good artificial lighting. So I want you to keep that in mind. One of the key elements of a well-designed living room is having living room floor rugs, because it ties everything together and it makes it balanced. But one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make is that they don't compare their paint colors with their living room floor rugs. So I want to give you two examples of what I'm talking about. So watch this. If you have a living room with a lot of earthy interior decor, the chances are you have a living room floor rug that looks like this. Notice the earthy undertones and the reds and the yellows and the oranges. If this is something that you have in your living room, then chances are it's not going to be a good match with Classic Gray. For all of you out there that have a living room with light earthy undertones such as linen, it could be your window treatment, or maybe you have cool undertones that could be like a gray couch, then chances are your living room floor rug looks like this. It's going to be an off-white, maybe you have some gray, there could be a little bit of a green or blue undertones. If this is something that you have in your living room, then chances are it's going to look really good with Classic Gray. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. I give you valuable information like this video right here. All right, let's get back to it. One of the areas that many people struggle with is comparing their paint color with their fixed elements. So I want to give you two examples of what I'm talking about, because I want you to prevent from making some of these costly mistakes. So watch this. Let's take a quick look at these wood floors right here. If you have amber, oak, acacia, maple, or any type of dark hardwood flooring, then it's going to go really well with Classic Gray. But for all of you out there that have carpets like these right here, you need to be careful because they have undertones. Now, if you have light or neutral carpets like these right here, then it's going to go really well with Classic Gray. But for all of you out there that have dirty or muted carpets like these over here, then what's going to happen if you paint your living room with Classic Gray? It's going to make your carpet look old and outdated. So the point is, I want you to compare your flooring with classic gray to make sure that it's compatible with the undertones. The last thing I want you to do is to make a mistake that you will later regret. So what do you think of classic gray in your living room? Or if you have any questions about this color that you want to ask me, let me know in the comment section down below. Classic gray is a beautiful paint color. It does a really good job of working with both cool and light earthy undertones. But if you need help on finding the right paint color for your home and you want it professionally done, well, check out the link in the description section down below. I show you how I can do it without ever stepping foot in your home, regardless where you live in North America. So until then, I will see you next week.